Manuals take finesse, but they're pretty easy once you get the hang. They're great for banging out big scores when you need them. V's got more on the finer points.
To do a manual, lift your front or back wheels off the ground. Find the sweet spot. Give it a shot. Excellent. But wheels are meant to roll. Let's get that Manny moving. Excellent, you've got it. Slappy will be psyched to see your Mannies. They're his go-to trick nowadays.
Looks like V's got you moving. Let's take a casual roll around this spot, Manny style. If you're in Manny and lose speed, you can always stop and push and then get back to Manny. Or wiggle back and forth old school tic-tac style. Or just find a hill. Take a look at you, a regular Manny marathoner. Sick. Let's take it on the road to a new spot.
A regular Manny marathoner.
This next bit requires some manual maneuvering, some big ramps, and lots of speed. Shouldn't be a problem for a ripper like you.
What am I doing?
The Lokes love L1 courts. Lots of space for manuals with nice ledges and drops in between. Great for pulling moves from your expanding bag of tricks. If you miss one of your marked spots, I'm pretty sure V set your session marker so you can pop back to the top. V's good about that stuff. You ever hear of L1? I'm guessing not, because you're new here. The guy's a San Van legend. Nobody knows who he is, but his art's pretty cool. Plus, that salamander sculpture of his, fully skatable. Yeah, V was right about you. You're a ripper. Those knees hurting yet? I'm betting no. Low impact Mannies saved the old ACLs. Trust me, I'm old. Okay, on to more Manny madness. Me and the Lokes have a little challenge cooked up over at SB News. Let's hit it up and close out this part of the tour. Alright, hear ye, hear ye. SV News Plaza is perfect for some Manny-heavy lines. If you can land it all in one sequence, we're talking a new SV Loke NBD. Good luck, Holmes.
Hit it.
MVD? I just caught a quick clip. I'll watch it back later. Stoked. Alright, we've got you grinding and manualing. That's cool, but I've got a few more things to show you to help fill up your bag of tricks. Hit me up when you're ready for another knowledge drop. Might even show you around the Lokes hangout. Catch you whenever.
Switch up your push stance to keep your cafe balanced.
Woo! Dun, 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 dun.
Excellent. You've started the Sand Van Social Tour. This is a special tour administered by me. Let's learn how to get social at a place where congregations used to congregate. The House of Rolling Reverence.
haven't even been to this part of the map and shit, bro. I'm not saying that like this map is like huge and shit. It's just like there's so much to it. What it do, Goapes? Welcome in.
Gullcrest fun fact. Close your nose when skating Gullcrest Community Park. The site was formerly the home of Stinky's Cannery. It was closed years ago and reclaimed. As I'm sure you've noticed,
How we doing today? We're
Sandman
doing
is
good.
home to loads of skaters and
We're
new
chilling.
visitors. Shredding
Wasn't
with
planning to
others
be
can
streaming
be rad and
today.
creates whole new
Supposed to be
opportunities
seeing my
for
mom,
fun. But getting along and
Life be
communicating with
lifing.
others is key. I'm here to help you with that. There's loads of ways to get your point across to other skaters.
and
Before we try
yeah.
it on someone, let's practice. Try a message, an emote, something for every occasion. Give one a go.
I love being able to emote like this. This is hilarious.
Sweet. You know, there is a way of getting your gestures flowing more quickly. Try it. Looks like you've got the tools down. Now, let's teleport to another sand banner. Being social doesn't work alone.
Hey! I was stargazing. Jeez.
That's it. Just look at all those shredders.
Oh, he's at my favorite jump. Yes, please.
Victim, or friend, found. Now let's get communicating. Remember your training. A message, an emote, and a gesture. Spread those wings, you social butterfly.
Ah, I'm glad I locked into somebody that's on my favorite jump.
Your enthusiasm is contagious. Excellent. It's wonderful to see you making friends. But this is a skate town. Let's see what's in your bag of tricks. And sesh with your new friends. You've completed the introductory part of the Sand Van Social Tour. Congratulations on being social.
Here we go.
Keep your eyes peeled for part 2 of the tour.
Ah!
We'll learn how to party up with our new friends. Better yet, we'll take on city and crew challenges together for more fun and more rewards. I can't wait to show you.
That wasn't even the whole jump. The whole jump is a whole thing. Ah. Wait a minute. Oh, how did I not land that? You trying to tell me I didn't land that? Let's step up out of here. What?
Obsession with a spot can be fun.
That's crazy. I got the jump right. Oh yeah. Oh no. I thought I had that one, chop. I thought that was the one. Woo! I know there's more, chat. There's more. I know. You thought that was it just because I made it across, but there's more. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than me. Bing. Bing. What did I even do? I got another favorite spot.
A mission that you've started awaits.
I got another favorite spot over here. What are these things over here? Are these just supposed to be like skate parks? I think these are like in the works or something. Cause like these, man. I don't know what my dude was trying to do. I'm fucking nice. Anyways, my other favorite spot is not this.
That's a tasty pallet over there.
Ooh, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh look, there's people here already. They hip. People are hip. Bro, what are you doing? This is definitely them getting to like an even higher. That's insane. But as you can see, it's like this is what this new game is gonna create. Like people are gonna just Fortnite build to really get to like some crazy ass spots. Just in case I fall. Here we go. happened?
You have to love eco-friendly wooden barriers.
What even happened?
You have
Ooh.
wonderful spatial awareness.
I'm going too fast. What is supposed to be the landing point? Oh man. Bro, why? Am I going too fast? Clip it. Clipping that too. My clips are 15 minutes long, so yikes. Anyways. Bro. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh! Oh! Alright, so chat. I also want to figure out how it is. Yes, that was part of my plan, partially. No, my God. Let's go somewhere and get it all tonight. Oh, look at this spot. Coño. What kept happening, chat, is that I kept pressing the button to go back to the old session marker instead of the button to create a new session marker. As you can tell, this is obviously so much work. Jesus. And good thing I saved it here, bro. I swear. Okay, that time I'm just upset because I could have sworn I set the new marker.
Yep, bipedal locomotion works too.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. I think we're taking a different route this time. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, that was nice.
Keep on keeping on.
Love it.
Build that calf muscle. Don't forget, you've got some unfinished mission business. Get up.
To be fair, I pretty much landed that. Oh, I'm nice. Oh. Oh.
Maxing out that session marker mileage. That was a test of the emergency scramble system. In the case of a real collision, people will be worked.
What was that, chat? Oh my god, I hate that. I don't know what it is there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, backwards? Come on. Oh, come on. That's smooth. That's smooth. That's not smooth. That's smooth. That's big smooth. Dude.
Fun fact, OG local Jimbo Dak used to do gymnast plans, but due to an industrial accident, he no longer does them. Out of respect to Jimbo, the Daks have retired the trick to the rafters. No one does gymnast anymore. Gone and kind of forgotten. You are vying for perseverance points.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get this one. Oh yeah, here we go, baby. Oh! I don't got enough speed. Oh, yeah, baby. It's your boy. Clipping that one. That's my line for the day, chat. That's my line of the day. That's my line of the day. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm about to do it again to y'all. Oh! I'm about to do it again to y'all. Alright, chat. That's my line for the day. I don't think I'm gonna beat that. Tomorrow or next time we hop on, we'll try to find another cool thing to do. A cool jump to make or whatever. While also, you know, just we still got like challenge stuff to do. we still got some missions to do, which is like,
Hi, friend. It looks like you've started part 2 of the Sand Van Social Tour. If you remember part 1, we learned all about how to meet people and communicate. Part 2 is about skating together and maximizing your Rift rewards. First, we've got to find someone to skate with.
so this is where I wasn't able to like, yeah, it's only like little side kind of tutorial missions that are left pretty much, but, or not that I left, but that I've been doing this whole time. Like it's pretty decently long, especially because you kind of get introduced to the whole map. You get a lot of challenges right off the bat, a lot of like events that you can do right off the bat without even having to continue on with the tutorial, which is nice. I think it's really nice, but back during the playtest phase, so before the early access, this is where I got stuck in the story, or when I would play, because I don't know. I mean, I get it, cause like that's what skate is all about. Like skate generally is all about like creating community and all that stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like this isn't like Tony Hawk, like where Tony Hawk is just simply like high score, combo, button mashing kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that this doesn't throw in some crazy combos or whatever. Like, but a lot of times it's like you just saw, it's like someone doing a crazy line or like landing some crazy moves off a crazy jump or something like that, and then just being able to like find that spot, claim it as a spot simply because you managed to like land a move or whatever, and now it's just you and the homies, you know, constantly trying to do that line, you know, trying to land those same moves or whatever, hit that same ramp and shit, or just like I said, we'll be back the next day and we're gonna be looking for a new place to take over. We might go to the place we were at first and actually land something there, but we kind of just left. We could also go back to the top of the stadium. I don't feel like we did. We kind of did, like we kind of grinded it, but I don't think it'd be possible to actually grind like a 360 grind on it. I don't know if that's possible. There's like there's so much speed that needs to be had that I wouldn't even know how to get that kind of speed. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't know. But I feel like it definitely worked when I was worked better when I grinded the outside edge of it. Chat, we're just starting to look at who we're gonna be raiding out today. And we might, I think we'll just raid on out to one of the fellow streamers that came by the stream today to say hello. They're currently playing Apex, which we played a little bit of today. Ending, yes, come on Lou, you know my schedule. You do this every time. I stream till 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're about 23 minutes out. Here comes Louis. I just got here. Every time, dude. But no, I was actually saying earlier today, I was like, I might figure out a different schedule for the evening schedule. The morning, you know, the 11 to 2, I feel like it's smooth. It's all right there. But to this day, but yeah, I'm thinking of working on that schedule, because of course starting at 5, a lot of y'all like get out of work at 5, So it's like, so we'll see. We'll see what we do. But to be honest, that schedule might not come till like October, like that change of schedule. For now, through September, expect the same 5 to 8 for the until whatever. But yeah, Louis, we were just hanging out playing some skate. We played a little bit of Apex to start off the stream. We played some ranked. We actually won one today, and then so we won one, and then our second game, or sorry, not the second game. Can't talk. Our last game we came in second place, and then the game prior to that was the game that we won. So I was just trying to say, like, we kind of had back-to-back really good games to end our Apex session today. And then we just hopped into some of this. I hopped on Apex because I want to make sure that I'm getting a little bit of the ranked grind in every day. Ideally, with somebody. But that just wasn't the case today, so I just made sure I got a couple of matches in, and of course with a win and then a second place finish right after each other, there's no reason for me to continue to play and then risk, especially solo queuing, continue to play and then risk like losing all those points. So I said I think I'm good here for the day, and we'll continue on tomorrow, or who knows, maybe off stream or something like that, but yeah. And then I don't know if it's happening for sure. We also had Stewie Uwe in here as well. Shout out to homie Stewie Uwe, who said he was gonna download Gears of War Reloaded. So hopefully if he gets that done, then we can get a duo, a co-op going for that. But yeah, we can get a co-op for that. That'd be nice. But yeah, he said this was like when I first started this stream today. He was like, yeah, I'm about to download it right now. I didn't know it came out, blah, 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 blah. So, if he did, or all I was trying to say is that because of that, I was hoping on potentially getting onto some of that for the stream. But that didn't happen quick enough or whatever the fuck, so we just hopped on skate instead. Nice little chill stream for our, what's today, Wednesday? Tuesday? What's today, Tuesday? Yeah. It was okay. We were supposed to have a better Tuesday. We had a scheduled stream for this morning. We had a scheduled collab stream for this morning, to be exact. I don't want to say any names, but at the same time, I did make the schedule, and their name was on it. I deleted that, but if you caught the schedule, then you would have known who it was, but we're not going to say no names. But we did have a collab stream scheduled, and unfortunately, they were a complete no-show. Not even just a no-show. Unfortunately, it was a no-call no-show. To this day, to this hour, Louis, to this minute, to this second, still a no-call no-show from this person I was supposed to collab with. So, but we're taking it as a grain of salt. It was a bit of a first-time collab, so that, and yeah, I just still haven't gotten anything. So when I get a word of something, and I get an explanation or something, then I can make more of a statement on the whole thing. But all I could say now is that unfortunately, like I said, we were meant to have a more exciting stream. We were supposed to, our morning session today was actually supposed to be Apex with someone that was returning to Apex. So we've been doing a lot of that, which I think is fun. A lot of people returning to Apex and like just seeing all the cool new stuff that Apex has been bringing. And who better than to do that with and play that with than me, right? If you're returning. So we were hoping to get a little session of that going on today, and unfortunately that didn't happen. So I don't know. I don't know if we'll reschedule. Chat, what do y'all think, honestly? Like, do y'all think I should reschedule with this person, or should we just call it a dub and say you're lost? Or should we just do what I'm kind of already doing, which is just waiting on it? Just waiting on it, waiting to get some type of heads up, you know? And then making a thing from there. Here's the thing too, chat. I was the one that was asked. You know what I mean? Like, did I want to do the collab? Yeah, of course. I just honestly was probably planning on asking said person too, but this time around, you know, I got asked. Just to add to the context, you know? I don't know. Like, I just don't want to, whatever I do, I don't want it to be an act of pettiness, but rather just an act of, like, protecting the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, protecting y'all, protecting the channel, protecting the content, protecting the schedule, protecting my momentum, protecting, you know, everything that we've been building here. Because to me, it's like the more we get consistent and shit like that, the less I'm gonna want to be around lack of consistency and shit. And you know, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I got ways to go on a lot of things, especially when it comes to like taking responsibility for shit or whatever. But you know, as I grow, I'm gonna grow away from things. I'm not just gonna grow and be like, but it's okay to, you know, have all these people around me. Nah. Me, if I'm gonna grow, I'm also gonna grow fully out of it, you know. So keep up, or yeah, I don't know, but my point is, you know, I want to, again, it's to protect all of it. Protect the channel, protect y'all, protect the content that I'm giving y'all. I don't want it to be like, oh, like every time he offers, he's gonna, you know, do a collab. The collab doesn't show up, blah, 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 blah. That's like why I try to be very careful like that. I know there are people that y'all just tune out. Y'all will tune out the whole stream, pretty much. I've noticed, y'all. You feel me? Like, I know that when I'm playing with certain people, the chat could have been jumping, but all of a sudden it'll just die. And like, those are things I've noticed over time, over the years. You feel me? Because I do play with a lot of different people, get a lot of different vibes, conversations, energies going through the stream. And I be peeping the way, you know, y'all's energies changes. The way y'all interact with the chat, etc. All that shit. Your desires to join up on games, or, you know, shit like that, like just anything. But I be peeping, so you know, I try to be as best as possible as making sure that, like, you know, I'm not doing too much streaming with those people that, like, I know y'all don't really fuck with. Sometimes I can't stop it, you know. I just be streaming, or I can't help it, in the sense of, like, I just be streaming and those people hop online and, you know, they hop in my games and shit or whatever. But even then, I've been decently well enough about, like, just kind of ending stream, which is not the ideal thing. Like, that's the last thing I kind of want to be doing, but yeah, I'll end stream, or, you know, shit like that, or like I'll completely take out, like, voice chat so you can't hear party chat or whatever, like random shit like that. But again, these are all things I don't want to be doing. Like, ideally, I be telling Alex bro this all the time. It's like, I love Alex bro, the way he comes onto the stream, the way he comes in when he's playing games with us, into the Discord, into anything, you feel me? The energy he brings is just, it's awesome. Not just on, like, a friendly level, you feel me? Like, making friends with everybody, and, you know, like, Louis is like, oh, my favorite Hulk, blah blah, and all that good stuff. But also just, like, professionally, you feel me? Like, knowing, like, oh, I'm showing up, you know, like, if I said I was gonna stream with him, or he wanted me to play Apex or this, that, or the third with him, you know, and I said I'll do it, he pulls up. Mind you, I don't even, like, enforce anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be like, yo, if I say 12, be there at 12, but I'm in no way, shape, or form like that with him. But he's still really good about shit like that. Like, if I say, yo, we're gonna start at this time, blah, 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 feel free to pull up whenever, he'll pull up at that time. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Of course, if you can, but my point is, W gamer, W supporter, of course, W community member, just like the homie Super Louis. But yeah, so, like, I just want to make sure that our community is filled with people like that, for the most part, and those are the people that are in the forefront of our community, if that makes sense. Like, I want y'all to become very well as acquainted as y'all can become with, you know, with, like, Alex bro and shit. And, like, the same thing with, like, Alex bro. Like, I want him to become as acquainted as possible with, like, the size and the Super Louis. It's like, are we here gaming with each other, friends, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, but there's just a level of understanding. It's like, all right, there's also, you know, we're streaming here, you know, let's, you know, either try to make content for each other, or just, like, not get too crazy about whatever we're talking about or whatever we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I've just been trying to be really good about protecting the energy that exists on the stream and whatnot. But with that being said, part of protecting the energy of the stream is making sure that we try to stick to the schedule as much as possible. And that's not just starting on time, but also ending on time as well. We will add in the future when we finally get some, like right now I like the schedule, but I was saying earlier, I'm seeing bits and pieces of, like, where it can be better. And as we work on that and as we tweak that, there is gonna be, like, more things that I do to potentially, like, just add to the stream. Like, right now we're doing 3-hour streams and shit, and that's why I'm like, you know, part of the schedule is not just starting, it's ending. But you know, we will add at some point, like, you know, a certain amount of gifted subs and shit like that. We can add more time to our streams and shit like that. At least for like weekend streams and things like that. The weekdays, I'm gonna try to keep it as like strict as possible when it comes to the schedule. Because partially it's also just, it allows me to go edit all my stuff very easily. You know, a lot of these times, especially if I have a good intro and a decent outro, I'm only looking at 2 hours worth of a VOD of like video game stuff, of like gaming, that I have to clip, which is not a lot. You know, like I could do that pretty easily, especially on like a, let's say an Apex day where I don't do all that well. You know, I probably only end up making one clip or something out of that one stream, because it's just a whole bunch of ass and me just skipping through it because I'm just dying and whatever. But even then, I try to still find something to clip. My point is, it just makes having the nice short streams and intro and outro just helps the overall process of everything that's existing. I hope y'all are enjoying, by the way, the YouTube. If you're not subscribed on YouTube, be sure to do that. Search at Ronny Llama on YouTube and be sure to subscribe. We are literally posting every day on YouTube. YouTube is currently getting the most daily posts out of all my things. So like my social medias right now, like my regular social medias, the Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, they're all getting 2 posts a day, one in the morning and one in the evening. And then YouTube is getting those exact same posts, right? The morning and the evening one. Whichever clips it is that they are, they get those as shorts, but then they're also getting the VOD of the previous day uploaded as well as a video. So, you know, that's 2 VODs per, you know, for our 2 daily streams that we do. So that's 2 VODs, that's 2 videos there, and then I usually try to do at least 1 clip in the morning and 1 clip in the afternoon scheduled, right? Both that get scheduled for when we start our stream. So YouTube right now is getting 4 clips daily. Sorry, 4 pieces of content posted on my YouTube channel daily. Minimum, I'm gonna say. That's just like minimum, like stuff that I'm like scheduling, whatever. But whenever I see it's like I have to make this kind of post or that kind of post, like for example, I'm gonna be scheduling like days ahead. Like I have a good amount of clips now that I can at least get like almost a week's ahead of like posting and scheduling. But you know, I'm gonna get to a point where, like, for example, the 16th, which is the first day of the early access of Skate, of OnlyFans, TikTok, Fansly, YouTube, savage. But on the 16th, I'll probably, you know, already have something scheduled and shit, and it might be just like a regular Apex clip or something like that scheduled for both the morning and the evening. But I'll do an extra post on that day, specifically just for Skate. You know what I mean? Just to, like, I'll have those kind of posts on like important days to, whatever, you know, like help the algorithm. Like if I know Skate is gonna be hot on that day, or I should really post it on that day because it's the day that Skate gets released, and it'd be nice to give people that information or whatever, blah 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 blah. Then I'll make a post, you know, outside of the regularly scheduled postings and shit like that. But yeah, I'm trying to get really good about, as y'all know, I keep saying this almost every stream, and honestly, me saying it every stream and repeating it is helping me keep myself accountable for all of it. Cause I can't be sitting here telling y'all I'm doing it, and then not do it. Like I'm gonna be embarrassed to show up and go live the next day. You know what I mean? But yeah, so like I've been going hard at it, and part of what helps me go hard at it is keeping track of it. So I was showing Risa because I finally made like a Google Sheets the other day, and I've just been keeping track of it, keeping track of all the clips that I have, making sure I have everything set up so I know when I've scheduled certain clips, when I've scheduled VODs, when I've scheduled this, that, and the thirds and shit like that. Just really like official shit. So like I know like, all right, on this day I made sure that I posted all the clips that needed to be posted. You know, for all the platforms that need to be posted on, etc., etc. And that's it. So like I've been using it as like a just like a check-in, checkpoint kind of whatever you call it. And yeah. But let's get out of here, chat. I wanna raid out, but it's like I earlier said we were gonna raid out to someone playing Apex because we had played Apex a little bit and because they had stopped by our stream earlier today. So that gives me like a double reason to wanna raid them out. But I don't know if y'all fucked with them from last time. Also, this is another reason I want to switch up the evening time for the streams, because one, you know, Super Louis is a very important person in our community. I can't deny that. I think we all know that. You can't, fill up Super Louis' head too much, but he is a very important person in our community. And it sucks that pretty much every day he's missing all of the streams. Especially when I know he's someone that is on Twitch every day. You know, he hops on Twitch. He's whenever he's home or whatever, I know he's like watching his peeps. You feel me? If he's at his desk, he gets that Discord notification. It says blah 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 is on. You know, he's usually watching that. So I want to make sure that Louis is catching some streams and shit. And also people like Louis. Because like I said, I know, a lot of people are getting out of work at 5. And I start at 5. By the time people get home, it's 6. By the time people get settled down, maybe eat, whatever, and then get to their desk to maybe relax, maybe watch some videos, or maybe play games themselves, it's like 7 o'clock and shit. So yeah, that's why I've been thinking to myself like a potential moving the evening schedule back a little bit, and instead of starting at 5, starting at 7, or even starting at 8. But like I said earlier, like that would have to be something I want to talk about with Risa a little bit more, to be able to like include her in more streams, since it'll be a later stream. Because like the reason I did the 5 to 8 was because I figured by 8 o'clock, Risa's here by like 6:30 or something like that, like 7 to like not even 6:30 the latest. She's here by like 6 type shit. So I didn't want to like spend too much time like still streaming. Like even if I game or whatever, but like I didn't want to spend too much time like still streaming and just completely like zoned in here and not be able to give like Risa ever any of my time in the evening. So that's why I put it from like 5 to 8. But yeah, I haven't been getting like as much traffic as I would like during the 5 to 8, and I feel like the traffic doesn't come till later on in the stream. And also like I did want to add, just in general, having more games being played with Risa on stream, and having that 5 to 8 schedule, I can't really fit Risa into that. That would be me forcing her to get home the second she gets home, pretty much start gaming with me and shit like that, and forget about like dinner and this, that, and like it just like that doesn't make sense. So I don't know. Like I said, I'll talk to Risa about it, and hopefully like a 7 to 8 start, 7 to 10, and then like a 8 to 11 or something like that. And we can see if we can fuck around with that, and then we can have more games with Risa, whether that's Mario parties and Brawlhallas or whatever it may be, but yeah. But yeah, I don't get too much traffic in the evenings. You know, I get the regulars, like I get Psy, Super Louis will come in towards the end. You know, Guapes will get his thing in too, whatever. Um, but even then, it's like I said, y'all be coming towards the end of the stream. That time frame between like 5 and 7 p.m. It's like everyone is in the process of like going through the severance elevator. That's like 5 to 7 p.m. for everybody. It's like disconnecting themselves from like work and all that shit and becoming like whatever their personal life version of themselves is. And then like at 7, it's like everybody comes out of their shell. It's like, all right, I'm alive. You know, I'm officially this person. I'm no longer, you know, work Psy or work Risa or work Louis or whatever the fuck. Hi, I'm Psy. Like, watch. I'm about to. I don't be paying attention too much, especially in the evenings. I be like, bro. I don't realize it until I go and raid out. It's like, oh, go raid, and it's like, oh, you're raiding with one person. It's like, come on, evening squad. Come on, evening squad. You're supposed to be holding it down. But I do appreciate the 4 views that we have currently right now. So that's enough for me to be like, fuck it, we will raid out. And we will raid out to the person I was saying earlier, just because, again, they did stop by the stream. We probably have 4 viewers right now because of them. Because today's one of those days is decided to stop by and then lurk or whatever. But yeah, let's find their name real quick. Enjoy the raid. So what? Cancel. Supposedly something's been updated where lurkers aren't counting as viewers. Yes, that is very true. I said this a while back. Cause I've been, you know me, I be watching those like Twitch. In fact, they were live today. But yeah, I said this a while back. They're cracking down on all that shit. They're just cracking down on bots, is what it is. They're cracking down. They're realizing that a lot of smaller, funny enough, they're realizing that a lot of smaller viewers, but that get like, you know, decent numbers to them or whatever, are, you know, have just been botting a lot of their views. And I mean, shit, we've seen it. Like we've seen it. We've seen it. You know what I mean? We've been in a chat or two where it's like 40 plus viewers and the only people in there talking are the Stream Elements bot and the 2-person party that I just raided with. Like, how many times has it happened where like I'll raid a certain somebody that happens to have like 30, 40 plus viewers. We raid and the only conversation happening in there is like us being like, Llama raid, what's up? It's like, huh? Where are the 40 viewers at? Like, you know what I mean? There was even one person stream that motherfuckers was in the chat typing like the most basicest chat ever. And I'm not talking about the graphic designers either. I'm talking about like just other basic ass chat. I was like, whoa, this is insane. Like, but anyways. I know we've seen them shits. But anyways, yeah, let me raid on out of here. But it's definitely been an update. It's definitely, it's like 100% an update. They've been rolling it out for months now. Yeah, like that's why I said it the other day. I'm like, lurkers are cool or whatever, but like I'm not really paying attention to y'all anymore. Like, you feel me? Like, lurkers aren't doing anything for the streams, for our streams anymore. Like, if you're like an actual lurker and not just a tabber, like if you're just like, you know, like you're working, like if you work a 9 to 5 and you tab me up, and while you're on your phone calls you got me tabbed up, and that's your lurking, but the second you're done with your phone calls, or not the second you're done, but you feel me, like whenever you got a free time, you pull up my tab again and you unmute or whatever the fuck, or shit, maybe the whole time you have me just in the background and you're just listening to my voice or some shit, you know what I mean? Like those people, like, yeah, those are the lurkers. Like, those are the real lurkers now. Anything else is just a clanker. You get what I'm saying? You're a tabber, you're a clanker, is what you are. Like, you come in, like, your only conversation is a 4-letter word with an explanation, with an exclamation point in front of it. You're a clanker. And Twitch is not having it anymore. Yeah, Twitch is not having it. Can I just say this too? Also, I've been going on a random rant. I think we're finally reaching that point where like people are saying, like more people are saying "fuck you" to like AI and clanker shit. For real, for real. Like, tell me not. Like, all these like rules are now coming out. Like, YouTube made it so like you can't monetize AI content or anything like that anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like turnaround that's happening now, and people like banning use of ChatGPT and banning use of AIs and all these kinds of stuff that are like, you know, against clankers. I feel like we're finally reaching like that curve. Because it was like, for the ill minute, it was just like, AI, we want AI everything, AI, give me everything, AI, I want it all, clanker, I am a clanker. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like we're finally reaching, as a society, a bit of a, hold on. Maybe these motherfuckers are doing a little bit too much, you know what I mean? Like, maybe they, you know. I remember a couple years back, Boston Robotics, yeah, I believe that's what they're called. They've been making them robots, them AI robots, for a minute that been able to move and do all this crazy shit, like able to shoot a gun and all this crazy shit on its own, like able to fight you back and all that shit. Like, they've been doing shit for a minute. And even then, when people were like, whoa, like they're low-key, you know, they're doing some shit that's kind of scary, people were like, yeah, but still, like, that's the beauty of it. AI, that's the cool part. AI, yeah. But now people are like, you know, maybe we should chill out, bro, because we hired someone with absolutely no references and absolutely no experience or whatever to our multi-billion-dollar business, or to our multi-billion-dollar entity. And they're actually a complete nobody, but they just so happen to use ChatGPT to write out their resume or their cover letter, and that's why we actually fell in love with them. Yeah, no, we can't have ChatGPT anymore. Or like, you know what I'm saying? They ended up coming up with like tools to. People are so dumb. They created AI tool to read whether or not people use an AI tool. It's insane. Like, tell me that's not insane, chat. Like, there are literal AI tools out there that exist to be able to scan and find out whether or not someone used an AI tool. Like, I've seen it used on, like, I think it was a streamer or whatever that had to write an apology for saying, like, the N-word or some shit like that. Just being some racist shit. Some dumb shit. Not a streamer I watch or anything like that, but, like, you feel me? And then he wrote an apology, and motherfuckers, other streamers, took his apology, copy and pasted it into this AI program that's able to see, and it was like, yes, this apology was literally written on ChatGPT or whatever. Like, what? The Fortnite kid? Was it the Fortnite kid? I think it was someone big. It was... I don't remember who it was, but it was like someone big. And people were like, yo, like, this dude didn't even, like, actually apologize. Or didn't even, like, actually mean the apology or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. I was kind of just saving it. But I mean, you said you weren't going to have any or you didn't want it, so I figured. I don't want it right now. But yeah, let's raid on out here.